Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. The RJRGleaner Communications Group made a profit for its second quarter compared to a net loss for the same period in 2020. Now, during the period July to September, the company's profit was $27 million compared to a loss of $68 million for the same three-month period last year. RJRGleaner also saw a 15% improvement in revenues, which amounted to $1.4 billion. Now, this was supported by an uptick in the company's three key segments: audiovisual, audio, as well as print and online. The staging of the Olympics and the national trials during the July to September period were direct contributors to the increased earnings. RJRGleaner says, however, the company lost approximately $45 million due to the lockdown and no movement days during that quarter. President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, Clifton Reeder, says employment levels in various sections of the tourist industry are steadily rebounding. At a Jamaica Tourist Board press briefing yesterday, Mr. Reeder gave an update on the job rebound by subsector.
We have taken back over 80% of our workers in the hotel sector, 60% or so in the attraction sector, and as transportation come alive with the ships coming in, we will be getting more and more people coming in.
Mr. Reeder says vaccination levels amongst tourism workers are also rising.
The accommodation sector, to be clear, is now at 62%. We are now seeing 59% vaccination rate in the main attractions. And this is driven, ladies and gentlemen, by the fact that cruise ship business is coming back and they have certain demands because they're saying that attractions must be vaccinated or be tested. Transportation is at 40%, and the reason transportation is probably at 40% is due to the fact that until the cruise ships really start up fully in all three ports, most of the transportation workers will not be at work.
An update this evening on Separate Group's recovery after fire destroyed a warehouse with goods from its subsidiary Facey Commodities. CEO of Separate Group, Richard Pandowi, says work to adjust its operations is progressing quickly.
We have leased an amazing warehouse from the Port Authority of Jamaica, thanks to Professor Sheridan and his team. We are still in progress with building our own warehouse. It was started a year ago, slated to be complete in another 3 to 4 months. So all in all, we have been recovering well. In terms of supply of goods, the locally manufactured goods of our factories have been ramping up to fill the supply chain pipeline, the pipeline that have been left decimated by the fire. Our partners and our principals from other locations, Brunswick Sardine, for example, have just been shipping, trying to help fill the pipeline. So overall, yes, there will be some space on the shelf where you would not expect it to be, but we're filling those spaces very quickly.
He says investigations into the fire are still ongoing. Meanwhile, Mr. Pandowi assured that the fire will not impact jobs and prices.
Be sending anybody home because of the fire. In terms of pricing, will the fire affect the pricing? The short answer to that is no. What has affected pricing to date have been changes in commodity pricing, globally raw material pricing and shipping costs. I believe we're at the peak end of those, and we're anticipating that going forward prices will start, softening and coming down, but there'll be no impact on pricing as a result of the fire, absolutely none.
Now, the Jamaican currency marginally made ground on the US dollar. It's now costing an average $156.41 for $1 US dollar. $125.20 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, $210.78 for the pound, and $183.89 for the euro. The JC Index gained 1,916 points today, while the Junior Market Index lost 13 points. Among today's winners were Caribbean Producers Jamaica, CPJ, SSL Venture Capital Jamaica, JMMB Group 7.25% shares, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, and FESCO. While on the losing side were CAC 2000, Lasco Distributors, Iron Rock Insurance Company, First Rock Capital Holdings US dollar shares and Jamaica producers. And that's the Business Day. I am Vashan Brown. Have a good evening.